holiday season begins. Busiest time of year for travel. Never costs so much, especially gas, but really corporate just taking advantage of the situation, all right? But I do want you to know this. Jet fuel prices are down. They're not spiking up right now, but ticket prices are. Why? Companies are cashing in on us. They're making things pricey because they can. It's opportunism. Joining us now to explain the situation, travel expert extraordinaire, Peter Greenberg. Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving.
Right back at you.
So, I didn't say anything wrong, right?
Extraordinaire. I liked it.
Well, that's true. I was talking about the analysis of fuel prices, but the prices, but you absolutely, I nailed that. So, this is the busiest time of year, and you are, in recent history, have not seen airfare or hotel prices like you're seeing right now.
They're at an all-time high. In fact, in the last 10 months, Americans have spent $11 billion more just on domestic airline tickets than they did 3 years ago. That gives you an indication that we're not being price sensitive. We're traveling at any cost because we were determined to do it. Well, we thought that was going to happen all the way through the summer, but we also thought it would drop off after Labor Day. It has not.
Now, a couple of interesting points. The first one is, it's not, oh, prices are high because gas is so expensive. Poor companies, they have to pass it along. That's not true.
No, and the other reason is the airlines are actually flying at about 10% fewer flights during this holiday season than they did 3 years ago. Now, that means all the planes are full. Now the law of supply and demand kicks in. People want to fly, they're going to pay more.
And another interesting point you make is, I was saying, oh boy, and this is the gift-giving season. Explain what you did to me about how something's got to give and what you see in FedEx that is an indication of what's going to give.
Well, if you're not traveling being price sensitive, sooner or later the bill comes, you got to make a choice. Are you going to spend money on a car, clothing, jewelry, electronic items? And that's even before we get to Christmas season, which starts in about 2 days. Well, when that happens, you're going to have to make some choices because where is your money going to go if you're still going to travel? Right? Hotel prices are 28 to 30% higher than they were 3 years ago. Airline tickets, depending on the market in this country, up 40%. So they're going to be making choices as to whether they're going to buy presents or who they're going to buy presents for or how they're going to pay for them.
And you're saying that gifts are giving way to going places. And you say that because what have you seen?
Because people are still traveling at a time. Forget Thanksgiving or Christmas. They've been traveling consistently without regard to price.
And you said the only planes you haven't seen in the air are FedEx planes.
Well, I see a lot of FedEx planes, but what's happening now is FedEx. You look at the shippers. At this time of the year, shippers don't park planes. Shippers get more planes because their deliveries go way up. FedEx is starting to park some of their planes. That's an indication to me that we may be in for a tough retail season.
And people are going to maybe try to make both things happen, have it both ways, and that means high credit card debt.
And that's really high. Right now, Americans, fasten your seatbelts. We have $931 billion that we have in outstanding credit card balances, which are being charged what? Compounded interest. So it's not going away.
Any ways to get around the prices? Any ways to do this smarter?
Yeah. Don't fly in the U.S. Look at the power of the U.S. dollar against the euro, the British pound, the Turkish lira, which has been devalued so many times, South American in the Argentinian peso. You have a 20 to 30% differential now that becomes a discount to you if you go overseas now. Plus, the airfares there are lower. New York to Paris right now, I've seen fares as low as $370. New York to Madison, Wisconsin, $1,000. You want to make the choice?
Wow. And any kind of guess as to something that will be surprising for the rest of the holiday season or something you see coming?
Well, if you book now, you'll see some Black Friday sales, but they'll be very short-lived and the inventory is very small. However, overseas, you'll see deals that'll extend to like May 15th.
So companies are charging more, but they're not paying more. Do you think that a railroad strike or an airline pilot strike is likely?
Pilot strike, you probably count on it, but not right away. There are steps that have to be done. Remember, under federal law, they have to have a negotiation, then they have to have a mediation, then they have to rule that the negotiations are not working, then there's a 30-day cooling off period, and the government can still step into the National Railway Labor Act and put a stop to it, make them go to work, and force more negotiations. So we're talking February, March before we see that kind of labor action.
Peter Greenberg, I'm thankful for you on this Thanksgiving. The prices are going to be high, but look, it's as simple as this. The demand is there.
That's right.
If people didn't want to go so much, they wouldn't be charging what they are.
And by the way, the busiest travel day of the year, where are you and me? We're right here.
Oh, yeah. That's not by choice either. No, for me it is, and for you, thank you for making this choice. I appreciate you. The best for Thanksgiving. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.